Okay, for you guys that have one of these Nissan Xterras, this is an '04. I bought this a couple of years ago, and man, it is really hard on gas. I really like it. I did some different things, I put a chip on it, which is here. This sticker come off of it. I'm not sure what company that one came from, but there's quite a few of them out there, and they're pretty cheap. And it did help on some power issues and acceleration issues and stuff, but I still was not getting the gas mileage I wanted. I repositioned the air temperature sensor, removed this baffle thing, took the other baffle out of the air box. If you still have your stock air box in, I took it clean out. It does help get it some more air. It's got like a high flow stock style air filter in it. I did have an open air filter, and that did work good, except for in the winter time. It just was getting too much air. But anyhow, I went ahead, and this is what I did. I took that mechanical fan off, and I put this electric fan kit on here. I had to make this piece here for the radiator hose so that I could put the thermostat, the temperature thermostat regulator here. It comes on at 200, and it stays on until it gets down, I think, to 185. It works really good. This one comes with a relay. I had to run that wire into the fuse box inside, and it has a intermittent fuse just for overload reasons. The other wire I took over and I stuck it on a constant hot, and this fuse box ground, mounted everything here. It comes with a fuse. Um, it's a 16-inch fan. It's about the biggest fan I think I can find. This is almost a 19-inch hole, but this fan is about the same size as the stock mechanical fan. It wasn't hard to install. There's 4 bolts in there. I had to make spacers. I don't know if you can see that with this camera, but there are 4 spacers so that it would fit in that shroud. There, you can see one right there, pretty decent. And I mean, you'll have to do a little bit of playing around. Taking that mechanical fan off is really easy. There's 4 nuts. Take them off, put them back on, bolts on the water pump pulley. But I put that on there to see if I could gain a little horsepower and gain a little bit of gas mileage. This vehicle here with the tires I have on it and everything else is pretty much their stock, so it's getting around 12 to 15 miles a gallon. And we put a whole new exhaust on it. Didn't really help with the gas mileage, but it did help with the performance some. It's a little higher flow exhaust, but it's just quiet as a stock one. At least that's what they told me when I bought it. Anyhow, this fan setup, I was really pleased with it. It works great. It's been really hot out, and it's maintaining right around between 200 and 240 degrees. Actually, it's probably really close to about 210. I'm guessing it's about halfway on the gauge inside. It's nowhere near overheat, and I run it just this weekend here. I put 500 miles on it, And I'm gaining probably between 4 to 2 miles more a gallon, and I am getting a little more power on the hills. So I live in Pennsylvania. In this area, everywhere you go, you're either going up a hill or down a hill. And you that's ever lived around here understand that. So a heavy vehicle does not do well for gas mileage around here, but you gotta have one because you need them for the snow, and they are nicer to have. Seems like that's what everybody's running these days, is a side-by-side, full-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, mini SUV, full-size SUVs, even pickup trucks. I rarely ever see anybody around here that has just a car unless they just don't like trucks. But I'm real happy with it. I think this will do just fine the way it's set up. So, man, I can't really see it from this angle here. But here's that piece I made. They sell a piece like this, but I could weld, and I have a lot of scraps laying around, and the trick really is to find the nut. It's metric, and I'm not sure of this thread size. Never really checked on it, but I made this little piece here, stuck it between the hose. That was kind of fun. I think it's 1.5 EMT. I had to weld a little collar on here, weld the nut on it. It took me about an hour to make. I actually had to put a ground on it because you need a ground to get this switch to work. All these come with just this, and there's really nowhere on this Nissan to adapt it because I got two on here. One's a heat sensor for the computer. The other one is your thermostat reader. I mean, I can't eliminate any of them, so I made this piece, and we're doing really good. Really good. I'm hoping that it does a little bit better, but we took it all the way to Erie, which is 150 miles roughly from here. We was up there for the weekend, and we came back down, and that was the first long run I had on that, and I was real happy with it. So I would say this is the way to go.